They're gonna meet at the middle. Hyper sends it away. Hyper is one of those young Rocket League addicts that really maybe perhaps lost some enthusiasm for the game. As talented as he is, he has fashioned himself a nice little IGL career as well. This one's up in the air. Hyper turn around, trying to line up his shot, and he'll send it to the corner. Back to himself. Defender on the wall is I think his name is Feces, something Feces. Ruko Feces. And the captain Weevil for "You Are a Scammer, Filet Mignon." And again, we are to know what to expect from a matchup such as this. There's the shot, saved by Bob. Weevil tries to go up and over, and Bob gets the rip. 1v1. Feces driving down the field in the Venom, and he gets stopped before front post. Hyper coming out from his back wall. Bob beats one, looks for two, needs Hyper, and
off the post!
A save that goes just high enough. Heads up play. There's a shot. Hyper gets bumped outside the blue net. Bob, not the greatest touch, but a nice follow through on the bump attempt. They get Hyper to jump up and over and miss the save. Filet Mignon up by one. Hyper to line up the shot. Roll in for him. We are 1-all, 3:22 on the clock. Seems like both teams are getting familiar with one another, but you do see that comfort starting to settle in. Bob goes up, looks to make the bounce read. No boost to take advantage. Hyper all alone, 2v1, and sends it out to the corner. Feces is there. Bounces in. Weevil gets the touch. That's not going to stop a goal, and Hyper shows him why.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
¡Ojo, Cristiano! ¡Cristiano del área! ¡Sigue Cristiano! ¡No!
Izzy says, finally a tier where I could actually follow what's happening. Tier 1 is fast. They actually make it look pretty simple, the game. I've noticed in the lower tiers, maybe 3 or 2 is when you can see just a lot of unusual, unorthodox tactics that just end up working for a lot of people. Whereas, you know, GC2 plus, you can't get away with a lot of shenanigans. You know, you have to rotate, you have to mind your positioning. Just like you saw Obama say when the other team started to boost starve in demo, that's when they felt the most comfortable, because they know exactly how to counteract that. As Doug Esports, that 1-1 ties all but a faded memory as they're up 5-1, looking for the Brazil now. Bob and Hyper are a couple of show-offs when they have the opportunity, so you know they are gonna hunt for the Brazil here. K-Flip, appreciate the follow. Raiders, welcome. Trippin', appreciate the love. Everyone, please check out Trippin', another Rocket League caster. Trippin' into the stream. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. And Bob and Hyper 1 goal away. The Raid joined just in time. Perhaps a witness of a Brazil scoreboard here, with plenty of time left. Maybe on the kickoff, Weevil is in trouble. Bob lines it up, and it is the Brazil. Not even halfway through game number 1, and Doug Esports Doug Esports looks like they may deliver on a sweep, but with the best of 5 series here tonight, plenty of time for Filet Mignon to right the ship. Rukwa Feces drives it in, gets a save. Bob and Hyper try to link up for a passing shot, and Bob is going to put that up for 90 on the dunk. And I've always asked an IGL competitor, when you come across a winless team in IGL, do you feel for them a little bit? Do you feel the remorse? Most of us have been there and have had those abysmal seasons, and I have never heard anyone admit that they feel sorry for the other team. They always want to do their best, not necessarily run up the score, but definitely make them feel it and try to win and win big. As Filet Mignon is able to score a second goal. Again, still a lot of Rocket League left. Bob, big win on the kickoff. Bob, no stranger to ones play, has run a couple IGL 1 circuits himself, so you'll see a lot of those mechanics and movements show up pretty much in any game mode he's a part of, as he wins at the front post but can't get a shot or a slow enough pass, as Weevil flips into the play. Down the field, Hyper going up for it all, no boost, and Bob will get the steal.
Encara Messi, 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 gol, 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 gol.
So drive it around. Typically those goals are easy to avoid, but when you're down by 6, you know, you really have to press up on the other team, and that'll sometimes find you and your teammate out of position. C-dubs, appreciate the follow. Hyper to Bob, link up at the outlet for a wide shot, and Hyper sends it right back. And Izzy says it looks like Doug Esports might have this one. At the very least, game number 1, but I try not to make it a habit of writing off a team from one showing. But I think a few of us might have that feeling. Ticking down to 60 seconds. Rukwa touches, drives in, almost goal number 3. Big brain Bob swings it out away on the clear. Weevil gonna take his time, go for the 100 boost. He's gonna dare Doug Esports to go into the corner to play, and Bob doesn't mind that at all. We may have AFK. I'm not sure what happened there. There's Weevil driving. It's a second touch. That one should be in. Rukwa misses high on what could have been a chip in. And Weevil drops it down to the ground here. What is that, like compacted sand? What do we have at Wasteland? It has a shine to it as well. Well, I don't know if you have to bring your like off-road tires, and both players both players from Doug Esports eclipse 1,000 points, 5 goals each. You know, we saw it during the game, but when you divvy it up to individual stats, it's very eye-opening. Let me wait for both teams are in. Big Brain Bob back to himself, back to the corner. Hyper playing it conservative, which you have to appreciate. It's one thing to score 10 goals against your IGL opponent, but it's another to do it a second time, or even a third for that matter. And Hyper is going to show them that early respect. The scoreboard has reset 0-0 now as Weevil looks for a dunk. Bob with the dribble, has room, and he's going to call Hyper into the play. Hyper pops up to himself, sends it over in the save.
Outstanding.
Rukwa gets back on defense well as Bob gets a big dunk. They might benefit from the waterfall. Hyper is around and he stays high. And Bob is just going to reset it back in his corner. Bob driving in, settles for the 50. Weevil back to Rukwa. Hyper touches, tries to carry it over. Bob may have to help with this one, and Weevil is going to tuck this under his arm and run with it. And it's back to Filet Mignon possession as Hyper collects it. Can't beat that last defender back. You may be. You are a scammer. Starting with the lead here, but Hyper with a quick response. Sends out in the field. Bob driving down, and Rukwa. Great ground pinch. Weevil lining up his shot, sends it away. And Hyper's gonna chip it against the backboard. There's a demo. Weevil looking to capitalize. The save.
Outstanding.
The hustle from Hyper. I'm pretty sure he respawned on the demo. And another close save. Rukwa keeping it close. We're 0-0. You could not have anticipated this battle. After the game one showing, but almost by this time in game one, we had a Brazil, and Doug Esports is winning 1-0. Izzy Bizzle's gonna share her distaste for showboating. There's a time and a place. You know, you're not gonna beat everyone. So for the people that like showboating, when they do lose, I just ask that they do so with grace. As Weevil goes flying, Big Brain Bob looks for the fake, and Hyper has 100. Floating over, flip reset, can't quite finish it. And even in Hyper's prime, I don't remember him hitting flip resets at will. Good to know he still has mind control powers. And Izzy says, I understand the hypocrisy. Rukwa gets up to the back corner. Doug Esports with a comfortable 2-0 lead. Almost 3-0. Great save there by Rukwa. Weevil goes flying, has boost to recover. He's going to save some. Rukwa up. Sends it away a little wide. Bob touches, friendly fire from Filet Mignon, and Hyper is going to catch. Go for the dribble. Get past it. There's some controller stuff happening with Rukwa. He keeps adding a third player. I don't think that'll affect anything as far as score reporting goes. Looking for their first goal of game 2, and it doesn't happen there. Hyper gets smacked.
It's the worst part of the game.
Big Brain Bob chasing it back. Weevil Driving through one demo, can't get a second as Hyper surveys the field, loses possession. Half a minute left now. Doug Esports trying to land on 2-2 on the season, trying to get back to 500. Bob, a careless touch to the sidewall, leaves his teammate hanging, and Hyper can't get up to it in time. Filet Mignon cuts the lead in half, 2-1 now, 18 seconds left. Let's see the kickoff. Cheats up, Hyper, big win. Let's see if he wants pass or score. He goes pass, and I realized that I just mixed up Bob and Hyper. Bob, he's got the big brain, and he votes for an easy pass. Hyper makes him look smart. Back to a 2-goal lead. Hyper joins us in the chat. Says he's very confused. Maybe by a lot. Weevil trying to reset it to his back wall, but Hyper runs him down and scores a fourth goal for Doug. And now 5. Bob on the near uncontested goal on the kickoff. Down to the turf, Doug Esports. Looks like their second win of the season may be imminent as they assume match point here, headed to game 3. Why is there a screen shared account joining and leaving? Yeah, I don't know. I have met people that have played like that, and they say it's a controller issue. Like if their controller is glitchy, then it'll join someone. But I don't know for sure. What up, Ballin? Did you you had your match? Did you win your match? I hate how the scoreboard looks now. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna keep it that way. It's funny the first 5 times, but yeah, it's really just annoying that those that the game always breaks in some form or fashion when they release an update. We won via forfeit, sadly. I hope not. Yeah. Ask Dick Warlock happens to him. Yeah, maybe he's the one that I know. I do know Dick. So here we are. Game number 3. Both teams should be ready. Let's see what Doug Esports wants to do here. Let's see if Filet Mignon can rattle off a win and avoid the sweep. And there we are. Filet Mignon has 2 golden opportunities to score and have their first lead of the series. Actually, maybe their first lead since early game 1. And they missed both opportunities, and it might really just be one of those seasons for them. Weevil gets back, trying to address the clear. Bob up the wall, boost starve, passes the net, and Hyper is just a no-show on the pass. Some hesitation from the young man, and he's gonna 50 to the backboard. Touches here, gets it back. It's Hyper. 50's up. Rukwa sends it up. Nice across the field pass, but Weevil can't quite handle it, and the save by Rukwa. So Rukwa looks like he's trying to get his captain involved, trying to get the passing going, passing especially in the infield variety, is always hard to handle, hard to defend in 2v2s at any rank. Still 0-0 here. Sends it away. Bob tries to line it up, and a save by Ruqua. What a fantastic touch. Love the sound effects and players' names on the side. Thank you very much. That's what we in the biz call production quality, as Hyper dribbles and does it alone.
También se prepara Esteban Granero, el pirata, por cierto, las reacciones en el banquillo.
Ojo, Cristiano, Cristiano del área, sigue Cristiano. ¡Gol!
The other team third couldn't connect, being his school's internet. That's rough. That's a hard plan. It's like, yeah, I could definitely play Sunday. Let me just link up to my school's Wi-Fi. Hyper gets back, rides the backboard. Beats one more defender, but needs some boost. Let's see if he calls Bob into the fray. Redirection here. Might sneak it in, and Bob is met at the goal line by Ruqua, who, let's take a peek here. 4 saves for him. And Big Brain Bob is going to send it down the field. 2-0 for Doug Esports.
Can I get a oh yeah?
They said normally it works second try when joining, but we tried a solid 7 or 8 times. Oh wow, that's interesting. I think Izzy in the chat had a story where she used to go to a friend's house and play her IGL matches, I think. And I don't know if it was Wi-Fi or she was hardwiring in, but I think I remember her sharing that. So we not only have the screen shared account, but the screen shared account is talking, and it's not leaving the lobby. There it is. Sends it over. Bob goes flying, can't get the shot, had an opportunity, but Ruqua has proven himself to be something of an ace outside the field, outside his goal, that is. As Doug Esports has a healthy 3-0 lead. Huxer attempt. Ball short. Hyper has the one-on-one. Hyper boasts his 1v1 abilities as well, but his captain hammers him on the dribble. He takes a tackle. Could be scored here. Bob driving down the field. Has room. Can't quite get to it. Rides up the back wall. And a great shot from Weevil. Ruqua eats a 50, and Weevil with some great placement for him. 3-1 now, 1:07 to go. Thought about doing that last season at my teammate's house so we can land, but I didn't like the setup I was going to have. I've only had one team, the Bromigos. I think they're the only team to my knowledge that I've casted that played with a 3-man LAN. And don't look now, but Filet Mignon. Wait, hold on here. All right, so 4-2. So that screen share account is moving now. And if this game was closer, that would have a lot more ramifications. But they are battling. It's 4-3. So under half a minute. So never a dull moment in the IGL Rocket League match. And let's see if Doug Esports can end it here. Ticking down to 10 seconds. Bob chase it around looking for a bump. Weevil drops it. Bob with the clear to save. We got 2 players, me and Brain in NC, and Focus Lux is in Illinois. Okay, yeah, land is fun though. Land is fun. But you're right. Like setup is everything. You know, you gotta have space, and you know, once you start talking about second monitors or second screens, it's tough. So we'll be talking to Big Brain Bob. In the post-game interview. Bob.
Hello.
Good win for you guys. I know you were shooting for the sweep. You get it. A lot of shenanigans.
Yeah.
How are the vibes between you and Hyper in the VC?
Pretty bad. I was pretty tilted.
Oh, really? Over the extra account?
No, not over that. They just weren't like trying to win. It was like pretty stupid.
Oh.
I don't know. They didn't like. They were just trolling the whole series. Just pretty cringe, but oh well. I mean, I just wasted my time.
I know during
whatever.
that first you are mad. I know.
Yeah, I am. I literally had to leave dinner to play Rocket League, and they just don't even try to win. Like,
well,
why am I here?
So here, what would you prefer? And I might know your answer just hearing the tone in your voice. Would you prefer if a team no-showed and forfeited, or
Definitely to no-show. Like why?
Okay.
Like I could just play ranked or something. I could do literally anything else.
So what I will say is though, I don't know, you know, I don't know if I'd bet money that they weren't trying. In game 1 at the end, I don't think they minded you guys scoring too much.
No, I think they tilted in game 1, which sometimes like what I'll do if I'm losing a series or like a game is obviously lost, and I'll just like start trolling because then to like not tilt.
Right.
But then game 2, like from the beginning, it seemed like they were trolling. Like it didn't ever seem like they tried to win.
Yeah.
Which really tilted me.
Weevil's in the chat. He said he tried his best, but let's go to your season. This will leave you with 2-2. So what do you think? Do you like your chances? You know, winning out for the rest of the season, the last 2 weeks.
No, because between us, we probably have like 10 hours in our last 2 weeks.
Right.
So I don't think we'll win very much. I mean, our only other win was a forfeit.
Okay.
I mean, we would have won that game anyways because I looked at the ranks. They're like Champ 2 and Champ 1, so
Sure.
we probably would have won anyways. But yeah, both of the times we played good teams, we lost. Well, one was a reverse sweep, that was depressing. The other one was just a quick 3-0.
Yeah. Are you?
Well, unless like we start playing Rocket League again, then like I don't think we'll win.
So what are you and Hyper that busy, or is it just not that conscious effort to put time aside to play together? At least a few.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not that motivated to play Rocket League right now, and he's just playing League mostly.
Yeah. You guys play League together?
Sometimes, not as much. Now I'm just playing Osu mostly.
All right. Well, are you going back to dinner after this?
No.
What was for dinner?
I literally went to a restaurant. Like my family went to dinner, and then I just finished my food really fast and then walked home.
Is it a good restaurant that you have walking distance to your house?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is pretty nice actually.
All right. Well, congrats on the win. You know, I have high hopes for you guys. Maybe you'll put some time aside, get some hours in, maybe another win or two.
All right.
And then
yeah.
and then
maybe we'll win a game.
And then you should be an automatic berth for the playoffs, but we'll see.
How many teams? Do you know how many
I
teams
haven't.
are
No,
in
I
our
haven't
division?
looked. I just know that on the West, tier 2, whether it's 3s or 2s, it's usually everyone gets in.
Yeah,
So I'll
seems to
just
be.
I'll assume that. But
Actually, last split we didn't make playoffs, but like other than that, you know.
all right. Well, congrats and good luck next week.
Thanks, Fury.
Peace. Then that was grumpy ass big brain Bob. Yeah. Just play worse if you want to lose. It's that simple. I'm kind of with you, Weevil. I don't think I've yeah, I don't think I've ever been upset about a win. But that's it. I just have the 2 casts tonight. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Some good action. You know, we started with tier 1 and then we get Bob and Hyper. We get to see your performance from them. Who we got? I know who we got on the raid. Let's show some love. I said, let's show some love. Like Ned might be casting. Oops.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! What is she doing? I never know what she's doing back there.